to talk about our stitching and other stuff now in 2022. 2022.
2022. I wrote 2020 yesterday on something.
I said 2020 and the girls were like, no, 2022. And I was like, right, I don't want to go back to 2020.
Is that a sign that 2021 didn't really happen?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Okay, I just want to tell you. She said happy 2020 right after midnight. She said happy 2020.
And I was trying to say happy 2022, but I guess
no, it's 2022.
2022 doesn't sound right.
It's hard to say.
It's hard to say, and it's hard to write yet. I mean, it'll get easier, but
yeah.
Welcome to our channel. We are in Washington State, one in Eastern Washington and one in Western Washington. Although me in Western Washington seems to be having Eastern Washington weather right now.
I know, and we're having cold weather, but no, we're supposed to get some snow, but we're all kind of waiting. We like it when it snows here.
Still can't see our road. Our road is still compacted snow.
Crazy.
I know.
So crazy. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. We didn't film last week. We were together, but it was just too easy, and we really didn't have very much stitching done that week.
There wouldn't have been much content. It's a little skimpy today for me too, but yeah, I eat some out.
Yeah, I've got some, and we've got our plans, and we've got things.
Lots of plans.
You have lots of plans. I have minimal plans because I haven't had time to plan, but we're glad you're joining us. If you haven't watched us before, we're a mother-daughter team, and my daughters join us now and then, depending on how much they have to show. So today we have two little girls that want to show all the things that they've been stitching. I think it's all stitching this week. Rosie has some knitting too. So maybe I'll let Rosie, can we just let them go first?
Yeah, let's let them go first and they can go play.
They kind of paused their game that they were playing with Daddy to do this. So come on my right side, Liddy. Rosie.
Oh, Rosie wanted to go.
Okay, Liddy. We'll let Liddy go first.
Okay, Liddy.
Okay, we'll make some decisions here.
Sliding her.
Liddy is 12. And for a while we didn't see her much, but then she got this project started and she's really loving it.
It's really cute.
Really cute.
So I'm doing Bees and Honey by Tiny Modernist. Right now I'm working on this honeycomb right here.
I'm going to hold it closer to the camera.
So cute.
Really cute. You have been working on this a lot. Don't lose your needle.
It's a cute top you have on today.
I think that's...
I can't believe, man, that honeycomb was a lot of work, Lid.
Oh. Do you think it was easier because it was just like small chunks? Is that easy for you when you thought you just need to get one little section done?
Starting on the flower here and the bee here. I just used the leftover yellow.
Oh yeah,
like it.
Red. You just
the bee's gonna have some black and antenna, and then it's gonna go here. There's another one here and here.
Yeah, it's a little cluster of flowers. Yeah.
It looks great, and I like it on the green green fabric. And your stitches, from what I can see, look really nice and even.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, really good job, Liddy. I love it.
Really cute. Are you going to do another?
Are you planning to do other ones like on that fabric?
Yes, at least one, and maybe the mini patterns. These two pillows down here.
Oh yeah, those are cute.
Choose, do you think, to do on the green?
I really like this.
Oh yeah,
and it just
the little bee.
That's cute.
Oh, that's a hive, just a beehive. Yeah. You do other of the big ones too, like the bee or the honey hive. I think these ones are. I think this one's really cute. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I like this one too.
I really
like and this one's cute too.
Flowers around it.
Yeah, those are pretty flowers.
I know, really, all of them.
Really cute.
Really cute. Good job, sweetie. I'm proud of you.
I just want to finish this row.
Oh yeah, now I gotta finish the row, Mom. I gotta finish the row. Yeah. Okay, Rosie.
What's my Rosie got?
There you are. There's Rosie. That's not what
There's Rosie.
Yes, it is.
Is that what you wore to church? No, you wore your red dress to church. Let's go back.
There's my little Rosie.
What's that? You just like to perform for people?
Like to smile.
Just like to make people smile.
I'll start with this one.
We have more than one. Okay. She said she had a big surprise.
I don't know what the big surprise is.
She has some surprise.
Just that you have a lot of things to show.
Hey!
I thought maybe you had a finish. I was all excited.
No, I don't think so. What's this pattern? Do you have your picture?
Oh, yeah, I do. I think. Oh, yeah, it's right here.
Okay.
It's
A Year of Animal Fun.
A
Frolic.
Year of Animal Fun and Frolics by Tiny Modernist,
Oh,
September.
Mhm.
cute.
And where are you at on it?
And
Oh,
I
August is
didn't-
cute. August. Sorry, I was looking. I don't think I've ever looked at the rest of them. I'll show it just a second. That one's cute. August. Let's see.
Which one's August? Oh, the little deer and the,
Deer in the I don't know if it's a raccoon. Sorry, I'm having a hard time.
oh, there's, oh, yeah.
So there's a whole series of these, like you could stitch them monthly.
Yeah, those are cute.
What is that little animal? Raccoon or beaver? Oh, maybe it's a beaver. Yeah, that's cute. Like out camping in the woods. Okay, show us where you're
so
at.
I only did a little bit. I finished the flower.
But it's like
Oh,
a
sure.
line.
Okay.
Can you see the whole thing? Oh yeah, there you go. So we've got some of the toadstool, which I've heard have different names around the world. Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. I think Anastasia was
Oh, yeah.
talking about that once in one of hers, and she was asking, or somebody I saw on Instagram was asking what those are called in your region.
Yes, I do remember something about that. Speaking of toadstool, I was flipping through Netflix the other day just to see documentaries. There's a whole one on fungi.
Sounds fun.
I didn't watch it.
They're pretty, actually, you should. Fungi are really crazy interesting. Like they just don't live like other plants.
I was looking for a murder documentary.
Yeah, I don't know. Fungi probably don't fit the bill.
Well, sometimes they do. Like I like the Planet Earth ones and stuff, but I have to be in the right mood. And I was in the mood for a
That's
murder.
not a murder show. What we got, Missy? Gotta get it out. Do you want to show your gift that you got?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm showing.
Oh, okay. You'll do that later.
She got stash.
We've got some stash to show. Excuse me. Oh, is that what you're showing now? The
Yeah.
stash
I didn't get very much stash this Christmas.
I got this for Christmas
from who?
from my Aunt Cassidy.
Aunt Cassidy. Hi, Aunt Cassidy. If you have
Hi,
to watch,
And baby Junie.
sometimes they watch, but they're in
They
the middle
watch.
of moving, so might be hard.
Baby Junie likes to watch us.
Sorry, just one here.
Yeah.
Baby Junie likes to watch us sometimes. My braid is coming undone. Darn it. Oh well, what it is today. What else you got?
I've got this.
Got some knitting. We're working on what?
A hat.
You're working on.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you started that hat.
So this is sometimes bedtime reading knitting. Daddy's right.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Very
And
nice.
I've done it.
Got a little bit done on that this week. You have
A
others?
little bit here, a little bit there.
More? You got more?
Yeah.
You could have a whole Flosstube all on your own. As much as you have this week to show.
I know.
And another one. Is this
I'm
another one?
reaching around. I need hand lotion.
Oh my.
I worked a little bit on is this one. No,
It's kind of a messy one. Wait, why do you have more than one project in this little
because
bag?
I finished them, but you've never.
Oh, we need to, this is an old finish that I need to help her finish. I
Oh
guess.
yeah, that's a Lindy
Yeah, we
Stitches.
put that with my finish. And then
This one too.
that's all
I
finished?
added this sun.
Oh yeah, we need to do some finishing here. I have some finishing. Okay, here you go.
Rosie, you've got finishes that need to be
Finishes I
fully
need help
finished.
with, I guess. Okay.
Put it in
I
the,
worked a little bit on this.
I forget which pattern that was.
It's I don't see a picture of it. It's like a little heart, a butterfly. I mean, I don't think we have.
Oh, was it a kit?
Yes, I think it's like a little. I don't remember if it was dimensions. Oh, it's.
Sure.
Does it
I
say?
do
don't
kind of
have a
remember it
picture
now.
of it, just the chart. So, Bucilla. It's Bucilla. Is that how you say that?
Oh, you were, huh?
Bucilla.
Oh, Busilla. You worked on a lot of stuff, Rosie.
When you're, we got more. We got more.
Is that all like since the last time we recorded or just in the last week?
Yeah, she's worked on all this a little bit at a time. Probably over the last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah. Okay, well,
One last
go
one.
row.
And then your last
Go
one.
row. You're wearing your what is that scarf?
Oh, what's it called? A fabulous abacus?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can take it out and show it later.
I need to finish mine.
It's a nice one to knit. It's not hard.
The other one,
I know. I just got tired of color
the
changes.
picture's not in there.
Okay, grab the picture. I know. Well, and if I did it again, I would do it with a lighter weight yarn. This is so big. It's actually
Yeah.
nice for right now, but I only wear it on the coldest.
Yeah.
The picture did get a little beat up. What happened here?
It accidentally got ripped when I was trying to put it back in the
Oh
baggie.
dear. Well, it's just, I think it's just a picture from a printout, right?
Yeah.
So your pen pals from
From Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery.
uh-huh. Okay, now show us what you did on it. Maybe I'll fold this. Won't rip more.
I
You
finished the grass and the flower,
look at you.
and I
Look at
started
you.
on the birdie up there.
My
Is
gosh.
that the last little thing you've got to go? Other than the border? You got the border.
Yeah.
I think so. You have all the little flowers all done. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Whoa. Then we'll start the border and then it'll be
Slow
done.
and steady. Wins the race. Just
Oh.
keep plugging along on it, huh?
Okay, here. Grab that. I'll put this away. You show that last thing.
What last one?
Yeah, you want to show this?
Oh.
This is a big deal. You want to tell the story about how this came to be? You want me to tell the story?
Sure.
Okay, show it.
I got this for Christmas.
So this bag is from Hobby Lobby, and every time we would go to Hobby Lobby for a couple months, she would tell me how much she wanted this bag for Christmas. It's like Millie has a llama sloth bag like it, also from Hobby Lobby. It has all these nice little pockets for tucking in scissors, and inside it has a zipper pouch, and it's very nice for just holding even all your cross stitch. If you're 8 years old, it wouldn't hold all my cross stitch or Mimi's because we have too much. But
Cute.
she was telling me, oh, we went in one day and there was only one left. She was telling me, I really like this one, Mom. I really like this one. I was like, I know, I'm already planning on getting it. And I'll have to go get it. So then we left, and then I went back the next day. I left all the girls in the car. I said, oh, I just got to run in and grab one thing. And I had some other reason I was going in there. And I bought it and brought it out to the car in my reusable bag so she couldn't see it, and put it in the back. And then she kept telling, like, she got really sad a day or two before Christmas. She was like convinced that she wasn't going to get this bag.
No, it was like a week.
A week before Christmas. She was like convinced that this wasn't going to be wrapped up for her under the tree. And I was like, yeah, I mean, would you be okay if I had to get a different one? If they didn't have that one? I was playing it up like they didn't have it. And she was like, I really liked that one, Mommy. I said, I know, but there was only that one left, right? And so then that was kind of the end of that conversation. She was sad about it. Then Christmas morning, what did you feel when you opened it?
Really happy.
Really happy. Were you surprised that it was in there? Did you believe me that I didn't maybe get it? Yeah. I was like, you were in the car when I went in to get it.
She was
Oh yeah, I was mean to Rosie on Christmas morning.
she was pretty happy when she opened it.
Yeah. The other thing was that her sisters both got watches and opened them before her. So she didn't, I had wrapped hers in a different shaped box. Each girl's watch was in a different shaped box, so they wouldn't all think, oh, well, I'm going to get, when I open that one, I'll know what it's going to be.
Kids are too dang smart.
I know. So I wrapped hers up different and Millie's up different. And Lydia and Millie, though, both opened theirs. And then I looked at her, I said,
wait. Millie had opened one that was like Liddy's.
yeah, they were all the same watch with different colors. And Rosie was like, I don't remember, somebody made a comment like, I wonder if Rosie's going to get one. And I said, well, I couldn't find one your size, Rosie. I'm really sorry, because she's kind of used to having different things because she's younger than the other two. And she got real sad. Then she opened it and was happy.
We had a lot of fun with Rosie at Christmas this year.
Another thing Mom said was, Maybe in a year or
Maybe
two.
next year, or yeah, maybe in a year or two when you're bigger, I can find one that fits you.
I do not think my sister and I ever thought to do that. I mean, we got a lot of similar things.
Would
But
you
I
have
watched
thought
her-
about it if you were one of 3 though?
I don't know, but I mean, even one of 2, because we were used to getting the same things. Oftentimes, we have a lot of the same,
But you
or
don't
maybe
remember.
like we each get a doll, but one would have brown hair, one would have, blonde hair. But I mean, I watched your girls scan their packages after one of them would open something. They're looking at their
Liddy
pile,
all
like,
the time, like which one of those am I going to get one of those? And I
uh-huh.
actually don't get them all the same things because they have different interests, but some things like that I know they're all
Right.
asking for. I try not
Right.
to just get one person, that one thing.
Yeah.
Liddy's the worst about it. She would like look at me and then look at her presents like one of these is going to be one of those for me. I was like, knock it off. Oop. Oh, Merry Christmas.
Oh, and then
You got-
I had ordered Liddy something. The
Oh.
girls play with these little things called Calico critters. They're adorable. There's all kinds of housing sets and furniture and vehicles.
figurines like dolls, but they're animals. Yeah.
but
They
they're
used to
little
be called
animals.
Sylvanian families when we were little,
Yeah.
when I was little. I didn't have any. yet.
So they're still they're still playing with them and they're still wanting them. So I thought, okay, I'll get them each kind of Sarah said they all kind of want more like buildings, like little houses. And apparently they stack and stuff if you get the right series. And so, if you shop on Amazon enough, you might know that if you go to order something and you've already ordered it once before, I always get a pop-up saying you ordered this item on such and such a date. Well, I can't always remember what all I bought the girls with Calico critters, like unless I go through with my order history. And so I had a little bit of drama with Millie's Calico critter that I had bought her. And so what had happened with Millie's is I had ordered her a bigger house and it wasn't shipping and it kept saying it was going to arrive by the 18th and come the 16th, it still hadn't shipped. And I was getting really, really irritated because it was not moving, no notification, nothing. So I called Amazon and they looked into it. Well, they're having a hard time getting it into the warehouse, but it still shows it's going to ship. And so I went online and looked again and found a different set that hadn't been there when I was originally shopping the month early, beginning of the month. And so I went ahead and ordered that one because it said it would be here by the 18th. Well, lo and behold, they both showed up on the 18th. So I had 2 big play sets for Millie and she was only going to get one. I thought, okay, I'll just save one for a birthday. So I put it in the closet. So meanwhile, the item I got for Liddy was a smaller one and it was the pizzeria. And Sarah kept saying, I think they have that one, Mom. I said, but I didn't. And I thought, I didn't know you
checked
ordered
mine.
Yeah. And Sarah, you don't order them a lot of Calico critters.
I don't
feel
usually do a ton,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
I think last year we did do one.
Not only did I get one pizzeria, but I had accidentally ordered 2 of them. So I still had one that needed to go back. And I wrapped the other one thinking, well, okay, hopefully they don't have it. And so Liddy opens it. I'm whispering to Sarah.
Oh,
She's
I asked Millie after Millie opened hers.
Oh, yeah.
I think I said, Millie, do we have the pizzeria? Which I should have just thought to look in my Amazon orders, but I didn't even think about it because I didn't think I'd ordered them. I didn't remember ordering them. So.
Mhm.
And Millie goes, yeah, Mom, you gave it to her for Christmas, Liddy, last year. And I was like, oh no. And so we knew right before she opened it, right before that she was going to open it and it was going to be the same thing she'd already been given to.
But I wanted to see her face when she opened it. So she's tearing into it because she saw that Millie had
She, of
gotten
course,
her big one.
knew because she was scanning her presents, which
Yeah, and so she opens it and you can just see her little face. She's trying to be gracious. I don't even know if she said anything. I said, just stop right there. Just stop right there and close your eyes. And I leaped over the piles of wrapping and boxes no, I didn't leap because my leaping were done. I stumbled through the family room. I went and got the other one. I made her keep her eyes closed and I plopped it down in front of her. I said, okay, now open your eyes. So it actually worked out in my favor that I had ordered the extra one and everything was fine. But it was that kind of Christmas.
Go back.
So now both pizzerias, yeah, they're going back to Amazon.
But everybody was happy.
Everybody was happy.
Millie
Oh
is
my
to
God.
share. She's got her stuff together here.
Oh, Millie's got something to share. Okay. What do we have?
Working hard.
Millie Bird. Oh, there's one of the fancy watches.
Oh,
There's one of the watches.
Oh yeah, mine's kind of broken.
I think I
now.
need to return hers and get a
But
new one sent
It's
back.
nice to at least have a
Oh, no, already.
Yeah,
working on-
even though they were really well reviewed.
I keep forgetting what it's called. Christmas celebration Santa. Okay.
Oh, yes. It's a frosted pumpkin too, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yes.
I finished the little square border that I was doing. And then
The border, part of the border.
Border, but the corner.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you did.
the little carolers.
Oh, you know what? That white is looking so pretty on that blue fabric, Millie.
Who dyed that fabric?
Me.
You.
Yeah, it looks really good. I
Yeah.
like blue and white.
Is this a different color?
No.
How come that's kind
It's
of
got
off
dirty or
white?
something.
Oh. Weird. Must have had a little dirt on that white thread or something.
Is that B5200?
Yeah.
I like it. Very pretty.
Nice one.
And I want to show them the costs I got.
You want to show your haul?
Yeah, she got haul too.
Okay, she'll have to go get it. In the
Okay.
meantime, I can show this scarf since we were just talking about it.
Yeah.
It's called the Fabulous Abacus. And again, it does call for a smaller weight yarn, so it shouldn't be this huge.
It should be fingering weight.
So
You probably
long.
did a DK.
Yeah, I think I did worsted because I really liked this yarn. This is 3 different color schemes. I think I did a green. They were all from Hobby Lobby. I don't remember the name of the yarn, but it's just probably their worsted. And then I did a pink mixed with a brownie tan.
And you can see the holes. That's the abacus part because the
Yeah.
holes.
So you
Good.
increase how many eyelets you do through the whole thing. So you start with just 1 eyelet,
Yeah.
going up to 2, going up to 3.
Yeah.
Can you see them? Yeah, there you go.
A little bit. Yeah.
Wearing a
4,
mask.
5. Yeah, I'm wearing a mask. And then it just counts down again,
Yeah.
back down to the other end. But one of the reasons I love these is the little,
The
Tassels.
the tassels. I know.
and they've held up well.
So my friend in Oklahoma, Anna, and I started that pattern as kind of a knit along together because we were all about the tassels that year. Of course, she finished hers in record time. Sarah jumped on and did hers.
Yeah,
Guess
loved
whose
it.
is
I thought
not
it was
done?
so pretty. Not you. You have an unfinished project. I can't
I
believe
just got tired of the striping. I need to pull it out because I do like it. Mine's all in purples. Okay, what'd you get for your stash? That's right. You got a DMC kit. Oh, I don't think I've ever actually seen the DMC kits. I mean, I see their patterns, but
really cute.
how cute is
How many
that?
colors?
Oh,
And the fabric and the hoop for stitching and finish. You can finish it like that. We could just put some
and Cass
hoops
did a
on.
good job picking those out.
I know. We kind of went back and forth one night. Oh, probably in November, maybe
Mhm.
October. She was buying early.
Yeah, she did.
Millie would do this one. Does she like this one? Is this one too hard for Rosie? Is this one? So I think she found really good ones, huh?
It was really, it was special. My heart was just kind of warmed. The cockles of my heart were warmed when I saw our family's wish list are my daughter-in-laws, because my daughter-in-law that's in nursing school, I still forget to call her daughter-in-law, Ashley. She asked for a set of stamped embroidery kits, and they're real pretty. They were real gardeny. And then Cassidy asked for a similar one, and she asked for a punch needle kit off of Etsy. So somebody else got her the embroidery one, and I got her the punch needle one, and I got Ashley the set of 3 embroidery ones. So I thought, oh, I just love it that they're wanting to do crafty stuff. And
Yeah.
Ashley, the daughter-in-law that's in nursing school, I taught her to knit during the pandemic when she was living here with us. So she definitely, I think when she's not so busy with school, will probably be a crafter. I think she enjoys that creative outlet
I think so too.
side of her. And I think that's one of those things that kind of develops as you get older, and maybe you're not as, like right now, school is pretty
Yeah.
time intensive. But anyway, it was fun knowing that they wanted to do handicrafts. So it's not
Yeah.
just Sarah and I.
That is.
Yeah.
Oh, we got through the girls. They had a lot. I had a feeling this was going to be a longer one. I actually might have to end up pausing and moving somewhere with
Yeah.
better light at some point, since we're going to have.
I'll try to go fast when I get on my part.
Well, it's fine. We do have a featured friend this week, so that was really fun. It's from Heather Miller, but it's not her finish, it's her daughter-in-law. Speaking of family who's picking up crafting, Heather Miller sent in a picture of her daughter-in-law Jen and her first, quite advanced first.
You know what? I think that daughter-in-law is the one that just married her son like in the last couple of years, and Heather was doing a ring bearer pillow, and it had a beautiful Asian pattern on it. It was very unique, and I remember, I think it was maybe before we were even floss tubing. Well, no, we must have been floss tubing, because I don't think I knew who Heather Miller was before that, unless I saw her in a Facebook group.
Yeah.
But it was a beautiful project that she did, and special for that wedding. So even funner that her daughter-in-law now wants to.
Yeah, that's the same daughter-in-law. That's really fun. So I'll go ahead and put the picture in right here so you can ooh and ah over all of the black stitching on this pattern right here. She says her daughter-in-law Jen has tried stitching for the very first time. I am super proud of her. So a friend of hers, she said, wanted some help doing a diamond painting. So Jen liked it and did a couple of her own, and then wanted to try her hand at cross stitching. So she picked out this pattern on Etsy. The pattern is called Friends Silhouette by Dots and Spots Shop on Etsy. So I'll link that below. Let me jot down that. And she said the only fabric that Heather had to get her started was 32 count linen. So she just started her on that, and she picked up.
Pretty much just threw her in the deep end on this one.
Well done, Heather.
Not only 32 count, but all black pattern. I mean, black thread is just like,
I know.
My black threads always tangle so bad. Oh,
I know. I think stitching black is hard. She says,
well, if she could do that, she'll be able to stitch anything now.
I know. She could pick something completely different and probably go for it. She said, luckily, Jen is smart, catches on easily, has common sense, which filled in all my shortfalls. I'm not sure if she'll continue stitching, but she knows where to get any charts and supplies for future projects.
Well, I hope she continues.
She said she's going to teach her how to wash her stitching, and then she wants to fully finish it on a painter's canvas. I'll be sure to send along pictures when that happens. So yes, Heather, please do, because that's so fun. Really beautiful. So thank you for sending that in. If you're new here, we love to feature other people's stitching because it's always different than what we're stitching. And so if you want to have us share something, even if you have your own Flosstube, we don't mind. That. And so you can email us at the link below, stitchandstuffxs@gmail.com. I always feel like I'm an announcer, like a commercial.
Home Shopping Network.
Yeah, stitchandstuffxs@gmail.com. Well, I have a couple of finishes. I have a couple of previous finishes too. Where'd they go? Here they are. So I thought I'd just show those. They're not fully finished, but I stitched this one last year. You just finished it this year, right?
I did, and it never got brought out at Christmas time either.
I know. I really need to
I fully finished it into a pillow, but I think life was crazy.
You didn't put it out? You just forgot.
I didn't. It was sitting in the room that I usually have all my crafting stuff in, but my son was using it as his office while they lived with us last month. So I didn't go in there very often, and I forgot about it.
I thought about doing a pillow, but I'm kind of wondering about finishing it just in a different, it'd be kind of a cute flat fold if I was brave enough to try a flat fold.
Yeah, look at Vonna Pfeiffer's tutorial.
That's what I would do.
You'll need tacky glue.
Would I know that much? I have tacky glue. Would I have enough fabric with this? It's such a small piece. I just stitched.
Yeah, you can make it whatever size you want to make it. Now, she uses some kind of special board. Like I bought some, I don't know if it's foam core. I had it pre-cut at a framing shop. They were going out of business. I have a whole bunch of them. In fact, I probably have a piece that would fit.
Yeah, maybe I'll just
yours because they're like 5x7s. I have a whole bag of them.
I would probably fit this.
And you need a couple to do the flat fold because
You need the front.
It's a great tutorial, but it was a lot more involved than I thought.
I remember you saying that it was really.
And
but
I'm also not that great at finishing things.
Not either. That's why my other fabric, my things.
Yeah. I'm not very creative, and
I might try this one with a flat fold because I think it would be really cute. And I really did like stitching on this Jovelin. It has really nice open weave.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Jovelin and Lugana are my favorite.
The other thing I have that's just a previous finish that I thought I'd show before I put it away. This is an old finish. I don't think I've shown this year.
Probably not. You showed the one that you haven't finished.
Yeah, right. That one I think I'm just going to quit because I think I made a mistake. I would just start it over on a new piece of Aida, and I wasn't that far on that other one. I love this one. I need to just frame it, I think, have it popped up.
It's very cute. And if you don't, what was the other one of?
It's another.
Is it a girl?
Candle, and I can't remember if it's an angel. Yeah, if I did both of them, I would frame them and put them up kind of side by side.
Yeah.
Based on a Hummel doll, if you can't tell from the picture. Then I have some current finishes. This is an almost fully finished that I'm going to rip out because I don't like the shape of it. It got wonky in this cutting seemed okay, but I don't know. I think I might just pare this side down a little so it's more like even. It's like a weird shaped egg. I don't know.
Yeah, you might just need a little less stuffing in it too, maybe.
Yeah, I haven't played with it at all. I just quickly stuffed it and I gave it to you. I stitched this. I picked it up from her. I was stitching on it all December.
Yeah.
With the intent to give it back to you as a birthday gift finished, but it wasn't.
It was my birthday gift. In fact, I was just thinking before you showed it, I thought, oh, I need to go get that pattern from Sarah that she made me I didn't realize you had grabbed it.
I grabbed it so I could finish it and figure out what I'm doing with it. I might just rip out the stitching or I'll try taking out some of the stuffing. Maybe I'll just try and stitch it down a little or anyways. And then my other finally finished, not fully finished, is my I did it in December, which was my main goal for my monthly challenge last month.
Wow.
So there's those little squirrels I was working on.
Oh, so cute.
And all the letters. I think everything else was already done, but it's not fully finished, but it's all done. All the stitching.
Yeah.
And this I do think I'll make into a pillow, and I'm hoping to do it this month with a blue and white fabric background.
Yeah.
And then
if it's just going to be a decorative pillow, you don't need a huge seam allowance.
Yeah, right. So there's my finishes. I did it.
You did it.
Proud of myself.
I would be too.
Yeah. I'm not so proud of my attempt to finish that thing into a pillow for you. I don't think I've ever done a round shaped pillow.
Round pillows are hard.
Yeah. So if anybody has great tips or a tutorial that I should look at, I might just undo the stitching and redo the whole thing if I don't feel like I can have an easy way to fix it.
Yeah.
Well, what did you work on this week? Well, I do have other stuff I worked on, but those are just my finishes. Do you want to show what you worked on and then I'll show what I worked on?
Sure.
There's a lot of showing on our end of the.
I worked, I have I have a finish, just not a fully finished. Well, it's not even technically a finish yet, but it feels like a finish.
Oh yeah, I know.
I finished my Joyful World, you guys. So excited.
Oh.
You see, am I getting it in the frame?
Yes. Yeah.
There's my deer.
Oh. Good job. You did it.
I did it. I'm so in love with this piece.
So
I just really, really love it. And I did do the bird. I wasn't going to do the bird. And then I decided, let's see, let me crunch it down here. So if you watched one of our last episodes, I wasn't going to do the bird, but I really like the bird.
I like the bird. Kind of has
I
think feeling.
It's kind of a dove. I think it's kind of that. I was thinking about peace and anyway, and I did an extra ornament right there.
Oh yeah, cute.
Just to kind of, I don't know, jazz it up a little bit, but I do love it.
I love it too.
So much. And I printed the directions for the border. I need to go back and look at the gal who I'm copying because the gal that I copied did not do the individual borders around each one.
Right.
In case you're new here. So I need to figure out how to line that border up. And I think I'm just going to use I'm going to pull the DMCs that she calls for the border and just use those. I'm not going to use fancy floss for the border.
No, it would take too much, I think. It would be a full investment.
And
I don't think
it's necessary. I said,
I don't really feel like it's necessary.
No, it wasn't necessary for that. It's all broken up, right? And then I did build, so part of my plan, what I've been working on is my planner this week. And I did build into my monthly plan to work on this border 4 hours for the month. So I'm gonna just take it, at least get 4 hours in. If I do more, that's great.
What I wish I had done was plan to do, like, break it up specifically amount wise. I think I eventually did that. Like, I'm going to have this whole border done by such and such a date on the bottom, and then up half the side or whatever, because then it felt like it broke this huge border into manageable chunks of goals. So yeah, 4 hours of stitching, or I'm going to just totally outline the border around October.
What I should do is do the 4 hours and see how far it got me.
Yeah.
And then kind of look at, if I need to up it, or if I can get by with less. What am I doing here? But I love that bottom row. I love it all, but I'm just very proud of myself because, if you're new here, that Sarah and I started this as a stitch along a couple of years ago. Sarah finished hers and then got her border done the next year. And I bagged out because I was doing mine individual, and that was not a good plan, because that meant I was going to do like not a flat fold, but I was going to do them all on a flat and then magnet them to the same frame every month. And I just wasn't liking it. And I loved this fabric, this stormy.
I don't remember what you used.
It's stormy something. Why am I stormy night? Stormy something. I was trying to find some more of it on 1-2-3 Stitch, and I couldn't find any. I think they've been out of it, but this was my main focus. Was this last week? I was pretty much. I did not stitch at all the week before Christmas.
Yeah, I really hardly did either.
And Christmas was Saturday. I didn't stitch Saturday. I don't think I stitched at all until, except for this. I started maybe working on this on Tuesday because I wanted it done before the 31st.
Right.
And then I did a lot of knitting. When I've got a lot of people in my house, I've said it before, I can't stitch very well, but I can knit. And so that was the other thing that I worked on a lot, was knitting on my Advent calendar yarn, calendar cowl.
But yeah.
And then, so I'm like on day 12's mini skein. So I got a little mini skein.
Yeah.
24 of them. And this is where I'm at.
Oh, that is pretty. I like that bright color up at the top.
Isn't that pretty? It goes back to a couple of more greens after this, and then it goes into gold yellow.
Pretty.
But I do love it. She's actually doing a Lenten 40 mini skeins for only 125, which, the winter one was 100. And so for $25 more, you get double the mini skeins, and she's got a free shawl pattern, but I'm not going to do it since I'm still working on this, but I love her yarn. It's very nice. It's Knitty McPurley, and her yarn is very nice. It's got a nice spring to it. And I think adding the 60 extra stitches to the round is going to give me the looser cowl that I've been looking for, that I love. Cause I'm like Sarah. I don't know if I'm like Sarah, but I do like things around my neck that keeps me warm. I can go without a hat in the car and be okay, but sometimes in the car, well, especially with our weather the last week when it's been 16 degrees. But anyway, and this will go with any coat I ever buy. Yeah, it'll be a nice spotch of color. So anyway, that got a lot of work. In fact, I think I worked. Yeah, I probably did 1, 2, 3. I'm on like 4 colors, so it's 8 rows each. So 32 rows. So yeah, I did that a lot while everybody was here. Well, not a lot, but when I was sitting around. And then the rest of what I worked on goes into plans a little bit, because my new year.
Right.
I'm going to talk about plans and what we're working on now together.
Sure.
Well, I'll just say it.
Sure.
Okay, so the other thing that I really worked
It's up to us. There's no rules. This is what
I
we
know.
want to do.
Okay, so Sarah and I are both, oh gosh, wait a minute, I gotta put my needle back in here. Sarah and I are both joining in with Magazine Monthly's Bringo, which is Winter Bingo. So it's 25 prompts for the month, and then you have the extra end of the month to finish up anything you didn't get done during the month. So they call a number every night for the next day, and you either do 100 stitches or an hour of stitching.
And this is hosted by Carolyn Zook. Is it also hosted by Robin or
Robin Hall?
Bird's Eye Stitches and Carolyn from Zook Stitch are
Hold
hosting
on.
this on the Magazine Monthly page. You can,
Yeah.
it's like an event that you can join. Now you can still join in, but I think it's too late to join in and enter for prizes and stuff. The rules were like that you had to be up by
You
midnight.
had to create your album by
But
midnight on the 31st.
Yeah. And I was like coming in under the wire, but I had decided even if I didn't get it in time, I was still going to do it because I think it's
Yeah.
still really fun to have a goal for each day that's
Right.
a little bit different. And the prompts were kind of fun.
Prompts are fun. So the first prompt for yesterday was stitch something with an indoor activity. And so you create your board ahead of time. You know the prompts, you put them randomly on your board.
So it ends
I'll
up
show my
like
board.
a bingo board like this kind of. Yeah, you can show yours.
Yeah, here's mine. And I've got it taped into my planner. So, so indoor activity, and I picked out, and it could be a whip or a new start. Most of them are either or. There's one new start, I think, a magazine.
Yeah,
New Start,
there's a
that's on the board.
magazine New Start.
So I picked up my sit and stitch, because what else would I do inside but sit and stitch? And this is by Little House Needleworks, and it was a gift to me from Aunt Nancy, who's also doing Bringo this year. So that was kind of fun to see. And I picked it up and did my hour last night. And so before I started working on it, all I had gotten done was this and a leaf. Yeah. And so I finished this and I did this last night. Yeah. I love that color. So I worked on that last night. So now that my company's gone, and the other sad news event is that baby Junie left me. Baby Junie and mommy and daddy left to go to their new adventure and their new home in Duluth yesterday. So it was a little rough yesterday. I was a little bit of a wreck. And anyway, so also I worked on, I'm less of a wreck today. You can actually see. I had committed, I realized last year that I really love these calendar pieces. Doing Joyful World was really fun to have that every month. And so I was on the prowl all year, all fall, looking for a new one for this year. And I have collected a lot of the snapshots. I think they're snapshots by,
Yeah,
are those by Primitive, Twin Peaks Primitive? I can't remember who they're from. Carolyn Zook also has been collecting them, and we talked about doing those as a stitch along next year, but not this year. But I did find this historical sampler company. It's called Our Year. It was a stitch along last year, but it's still available. And so I picked this up as my monthly calendar piece this year. And I started it yesterday on the 1st of January. And this is how far I've gotten.
They're Pine Mountain Designs. So
Pine Mountain, that's what it was.
Pine Mountain Designs.
So I did that at the beginning of the outside border. So this outside border, it's words. It's just basically the seasons. It just says all the way around: spring, summer, winter, autumn. So I basically did summer, this little heart here. I didn't do that.
I see.
And then I started so there's this outer border and then this inner border. So I got my inner border all done right before we started to record. So in this little box is going to be the snowman and the tree, some snowflakes, and a bird on top of the tree. Cute. So very sweet. The box, I mean, they're obviously not very big. In fact, I was a little bit panicky when I looked at my fabric, but I know I measured this out.
Yeah.
And so I bought a piece of fabric that was 18 by 18. So it's not huge.
No,
I'm used to that huge Joyful World one.
But each month is much smaller.
much smaller, and there's only a few stitches between each. There's 4 rows. So I kind of measured from here to here, and then added a couple, like a 1/4 of an inch, and it's gonna fit.
Yeah.
I mean, it should fit. But I was like, oh my.
So different to go from that huge piece from
Yes.
the world.
And that Joyful World, I do have extra fabric on the bottom of that. I wasn't sure how much to buy, and so I went big.
Yeah.
But it was getting harder and harder at the bottom of that on December to manage my fabric on that. So anyway, I did get this started, and even though this says spring, this will say January because it's just part of the border. It was a little jarring to stitch spring last night. The pattern that I printed, it's only a PDF. It's tiny.
Oh,
it's hard for me to see.
Blow up each month that you're doing. Can you just take that copy and enlarge it on your printer?
Yes, I don't know how to enlarge on our copier. I suppose we can.
And then you could just blow it up to like 150% for the January, and then do the same.
I should try to do that. I should.
Unless it turns out really blurry, that would be a nice way to do that.
I end up having that problem with my PDFs a lot.
Yeah.
And I think that's all that I've actually worked on, but it's not all that I have planned. So
okay.
Did you show everything you worked on already to them?
No, I haven't showed everything I worked
on. What else you worked on?
Let's see. Let me just grab as I can reach it. I will show my knitting first because it's right here at hand. I've been working still a little bit sort of slowly on this sweater for Millie.
Oh, look at
pockets. Where's those cute pockets? So I'm just stockinette stitching, but it's kind of tedious because I'm having to change yarn constantly, but it's not too bad. I really need to buckle down and just work on finishing.
Are you not? How much more do you have to go on that pocket before you're not having to change your yarn all the time?
Well, until the pocket's done.
Oh,
so as big as I can't remember
that's true.
Deep I make it, but I'm going to make it deep enough that her little hand can go in it. So I need to buckle down and probably like schedule, a half hour a night. I pick that up and just plug through and work on that. And then I think I worked some more on Snapperland, my piece. It's all these little, I don't have them in here. I know where they are, but they're not in the bag. So I can't remember. Did I have this all finished last time I showed, or was I?
You did, but yeah, you did.
Okay.
But you
didn't then I guess I didn't. Okay, I guess I haven't worked on it. But hey, it's here. I'll show it.
So cute.
Okay. I didn't work on that. Sorry. It's in my plans to work on though. Okay, I'll fold this up nice.
Fold it up nice. Do you have a nice bag?
I want it so wrinkled that I sometimes just kind of shove it in because it doesn't seem to make a difference. Okay, let's see, what else did I work on? I worked on, that 12 sampler that I finished.
Yeah.
And I'm still making pretty good headway on this stocking. I'm working on, now I'm working on this big tree with the star.
Okay.
So I ended up doing all this and then going up, and I was going to work down and kind of over.
You probably don't have that much more to go.
Not really. I really don't have too much
that
more
little section. Oh, wow, Sarah.
Here's where I'm at.
Oh,
so pretty.
There's something about that pattern that just makes me feel really nostalgic, and I don't know what it is.
No, you've said that before, which is
I know. It just kind of grabs me every time you show it, and I just don't know why.
Yeah, here we go. So I've loved this tree. I think that one might be one of my favorites.
You're going to have to pass that pattern to me.
I will. Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm done with it, I'll pass it to you.
Yeah.
And I've mentioned it before, but after I finish this one, I'm going to do the Cranberry in Rose, which is the companion stocking, and that one will be mine. This is a gift for Jess.
I'm a little afraid about finishing the stocking though.
I'm not very good at it, but I could.
Does she have directions on there?
I don't know. Let me tell you.
There's got to be a tutorial. There's got to be somebody's got to. I wonder if Vanna's got a tutorial. Vanna, if you don't, do one.
She doesn't really have a tutorial. She just says some suggestions.
Okay.
No, she doesn't really have a tutorial.
Well, I wonder.
But Vanna might, and I know I have found, like when I did those shepherd's bush, I found somebody who had done a ton of shepherd's bush stocking finishing, but I just copied hers. So I know the basic gist. It's hard for me to do, but these ones might be a little easier because the fabric that I'm stitching on is less bulky than that thick, almost burlap that I was.
Do those have cording around them?
You can choose to do cording or not. She does. She says, well, okay, so here's the note. It says, to add stability, you may want to iron on some lightweight stabilizer, which I've never done. I think I would do that with these.
Yeah.
Fabric for lining. I suggest a light color cotton. You will also need fabric for backup stocking, which you might want to coordinate with cording you add around the edge of the stocking. I used DMC 500 to make cording. I have no idea how you use floss to make cording.
You twist it somehow, but
Wow, how do you sew it on? I don't.
no, thank you.
I'd have to watch a bunch of tutorials, but the effect is very pretty, but you can just buy cording. You can buy very thin cording like that. I always did bigger cording for the girls' stocking, but I think these ones I would do a more delicate one.
I think
Working with cording was hard for me. Like,
yeah, and I'm thinking
it.
if you have your stocking and you do your fusible stabilizer onto it, and then you sew your lining piece onto that, then you've got your backing piece. So you've got, but then you have to, how do you not have raw edge? I guess you don't have, how do you not have raw edges inside when you're attaching your front to your back?
The stockings I've done before, the lining comes out, like it's only attached at the top. So I stitched the actual backing, and
that's the part that I get confused about.
Yeah, I have a hard time because I don't have the like logistical brain to do those kinds of pieces on my own. So I had to just literally trust the tutorial every time. Like, okay, you put this face down, this face up, this like whatever, put the hanger here in between these layers so that when you turn it all inside out, the hanger is in the right spot, going the right direction. It was like kind of a lot, but
I'm not going to have hangers.
I've done it enough. I've done 3 now. So, and they turned out okay. Like I'm not ashamed of the work I did on them. They're not like professional, but they turned out fine. Yeah. I can see the problems where like the cording isn't like all the way, where you can kind of see where the part that's supposed to just be inside. Sometimes I didn't catch it all the way, like on the toe.
Yeah.
Those cording around the corners was hard for me.
Yeah.
But I did it. By the 3rd one, I felt like much more confident.
Yeah.
So I could help walk you through with a tutorial. We could do one together.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh, and sorry, I guess I'm still going. Got kind of caught up in the stocking.
Sorry. Yeah. Just the more I look at that, the more I want to stitch it.
I know. I do love it. I think it'd be really interesting to finish something that wasn't a shepherd's bush stuff.
I did order another rosewood banner pattern.
You did? Oh.
I ordered the chrysanthemum one. I love that one.
So pretty.
Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, I want it.
My indoor activity for Bringo yesterday was the bookshelf, because reading is one of my favorite indoor activities. This was also a gift from Aunt Nancy. And I have it on my scroll frame that Rosie gave me for my birthday, and I really enjoy stitching it on this because it keeps it tight. Let's see here. So last night I didn't have all these books all the way done. I think I had these 2. This one was done and this one was halfway done. So I did all these books up here and all this last night.
Okay.
So I think I'll do the words across and then I'll just go down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And
looks good.
I work on now for real.
Good.
Real yo. Sorry. What do we usually do after that? Plans? What are your plans this week?
Plans. Oh, my plans. Well, I'm talking about yearly plans.
Or your haul. Do we do usually haul next?
Oh, yeah, we could do haul.
Do haul because it might tie into plans.
I don't have a ton of haul. I had a very sparse haul Christmas this year.
I know.
Other stuff.
Any cross stitch stuff. I did other stuff instead.
I know.
Normally,
Sarah gave me 2 skeins of yarn.
Yeah.
Very pretty. And I think they'll be very pretty together if I do a 2-color shawl.
That's kind of what I was.
Yeah. Like those. And I love, I love gold. The other haul
is nice to work with.
Yeah. The other haul, my husband did buy me the Winter Quaker.
Oh, that's right.
Which I had on my list, but he did not get me the thread pack. I don't think he understood the directions that I gave him. And they might even have been out of it because when I went to look to order, they were out of it. But I love this one.
Yeah, that is pretty.
And I want some more of this stormy, whatever it is.
Yeah.
fabric that I did. I did order the threads though.
For that.
I went on Stony Creek's website and they had thread pack. I
Oh.
ordered it. Well, it's Valdani's. So with tax and everything, it was, and I didn't tell him that I ordered it. And so I was sitting here this morning putting my shoes on and he was on the bank account looking, he goes,
Yes.
you order something from something called Stony Creek? And I said, mm-hmm. He goes, for this much money? And I said, uh-huh. He goes, and then he just, I want it so that it's ready to go. Because I am building in, I actually have in my plans for next year, I have a couple of projects I'm going to start on specific dates, like, and I do want to start this one, but I'm not sure when. And then the other haul that I got that, well, this skein of yarn came with my Advent yarn calendar. It was the 25th. She had a full skein in there. So it wasn't a mini skein. Isn't that pretty?
That is pretty.
Kind of a grayish lavender.
That's really pretty.
And then I keep thinking I'm missing something, but I don't think I am. But I had ordered the Stitch Quarterly from Fat Quarter Shop. I think that's what they call it. Stitch Quarterly. Whatever they call their.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah. I had ordered that to start in December, and they had supply chain issues, and it did not come until, I don't know if it came while you were here or right after you left, but it came, and it came in this adorable little zipper pouch that says, can't read it, but anyway. And then I barely even looked at it, to be honest, because it came and there was just so much other stuff going on. The pattern that came with it is cute. I don't know if I'll stitch it. I might actually give this away.
Oh,
it is cute, but I don't know.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then it came with the floss. Huh?
Who's the designer of that one?
It's So Emma.
Oh yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
So it came with the floss.
For that? Oh, cute.
Huh?
For that pattern? Cute.
Yeah, floss. And it came with this adorable, it came with a needle, this adorable needle minder that matches it.
Oh, that's cute.
Isn't that cute? I'll probably keep it.
It's kind of that vintage look that you like.
It does. I know. I don't know.
You like on your little table decor, on your in your tiered tray. It makes me think of the kind of vintage look that you have going there. Uh-oh, you just muted yourself. You probably bumped your space bar. There you go.
It came, I'll probably do different fabric. It came with a 14 count Ada, and I would make it smaller.
Oh yeah.
It's very sparkly. I don't know if you can, you can see the sparkle kit here.
Cute. Yeah, I can.
I'll give this fabric to the girls to fight over. It came with a floss fairy wand to remove stray flosses. It's got like a little bottle brush.
What does that mean?
Like, do you ever like?
What are you talking about?
You ever have like fuzzies, like yarn fuzzies on your, like if you rip out?
Oh,
this just has, it's like a bottle brush, and it just you rub it over there. I think it just takes all your.
I have one of those. It came with some reusable straws. I'm not kidding.
And then it came with cute little thread bobbins.
Oh.
Sorry, they're in the package.
Came with a bunch.
Yeah, so it is a cute. I probably will stitch it. I'll just do different fabrics.
It's not your typical prim design, but I could see you liking that. With your, because you do kind of love that vintage 60s looking.
I do, yeah. And maybe I don't like the black check.
Yeah, just picture the pattern.
Yeah, I just looked at the
red.
Whole thing,
the red check is cute with it though.
Yeah,
I mean, the black is cute too. It's just not really you don't really do black.
I'm not a buffalo check kind of girl. So that came. I'm really excied about this, huh?
Yeah, not too much. I just said.
Yeah, and I think there'll be another one that comes. I think for spring, but it was fun. All these people
quarterly stitched quarterly.
Like I watched a bunch of floss tubes, and they're in the fabric of the month club, and they're in the floss of the month clubs, and there's a billion of them, and I just can't. I can't spend that money right now, but I would do this because it's a whole package of fun stuff. So
yeah, that is fun.
I'll do it for a year, and then
decide.
I signed up to do Lindy Stitch's
Bird.
Marvelous World, but I don't know if I'm going to start that this year.
Not
I
her
might
bird
just-
club.
I'm in a bird club too. Oh, that came.
I'm not in any of those. I'm not.
Where did I put that?
I'm just stitching away over here.
Golly, guys, that came. I haven't seen it.
What'd you do with it? Well, here, while you look for it, I'll show my haul. I got haul from
Oh, I
you.
found it. I found it.
Oh, okay, then you show it. You show it.
Yeah, hold on. It got buried.
Did
Oh, I have another haul. You guys, I'm so sorry.
Show us.
Stuff kind of came hit or miss.
I haven't even seen any of this. I don't know.
Well, this I got from Cassidy and Andrew for my birthday late.
Oh, I did.
So I have to give a shout out to my daughter, my sweet daughter, and I think my daughter-in-law's helped a little bit too. They planned a 60th birthday party for me. I haven't had a big birthday party since my 30th. And
Really?
so,
Oh man.
yeah, I mean that we did something really, fun. So we had, so our family does, we call it noodle night, the night after Christmas. Sarah does homemade noodles and broth, and we serve it over mashed potatoes, and it's just kind of become a tradition. And so the day after Christmas, of course, it snowed. It snowed for the first time in a couple of years on Christmas in Seattle. It was very beautiful and magical, but we got more than we were supposed to get, and the roads were bad. But my blessed friends, Sue and Carl, our good friends that we go out to eat dinner with every week, they showed up. And we had bunko night. So between our family and those friends, we had enough for 4 bunko tables. So that was really fun. And then we had a cake, and my son-in-law and granddaughter, and probably you had a hand in it, made me a beautiful banner. I'll try to send you pictures of it.
I was just in the kitchen and prepping bunko, but yeah.
And I had a cake, and they didn't let me do anything in the kitchen that night. And I don't know if I told you this, but when you were in the kitchen and Kelly was in there with you, Dad and I were just sitting on the couch, and I was pretty tired. I mean, the Christmas kicked my butt this year, but I was just sitting on the couch, and it was everything I could do not to go in there and say, what can I do to help? Because I just know how icky my kitchen is, and it's hard to find things. And so my husband came over and sat with me, and we were just looking at the tree, and I think the granddaughters were running around, and I don't know what all was going on. And he looks at me, and we're just sitting there, and he goes, I feel really old right now. I think because we were just those grandparents that just show up and just sit on their butts. That's what I felt like.
Because we just kicked you out.
Yeah. Anyway, so one night, I was watching Carolyn Zook's Flosstube, and Cassidy was sitting in there with me. And I said, oh, look at that. And Carolyn showed her progress on this Lindy Stitches pattern. And she showed me she showed that flower. And it was gorgeous. I mean, the picture just doesn't do it justice. So if you don't know, it says, oh, my darling, it's true. Beautiful things have dents and scratches too. And, it's got like a broken fence, and it's just very, very sweet. So she went quick and ordered it for me for my birthday, but it came after Christmas, and all the flosses are with it.
Oh,
that was sweet. And then my Lindy Stitches bird club that I joined, because I was in a joiny kind of mood, clearly before Christmas, because I thought I don't have any plans.
No plans.
It's I think her club is full right now, but people probably will drop out. Probably. Yeah. But it's kind of like I would have loved this, Sarah.
I know. I would have joined if I felt like I had the mental space, and
I know. The first
didn't think about it.
Oh, look at this. It comes like this is the pattern. So she's got a friend that I think photographs birds.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It's the Stellar Jay, which we have here.
Yeah, that's our jay.
We call these blue jays, but then I found out in the last several years they're called Stellar Jays, and they are beautiful, but they are nasty. They are nasty, mean birds. Let me tell you, they will rob every other nest around. Yeah. But anyway, so that's how it comes. This is what it'll look like, the pattern when you stitch it.
Oh, yeah. I would love stitching these.
Well, and I can always pass these on to you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's fun. Is she doing one a month or one a
month?
So it would be a fun year-long one.
Yeah. And she sent a Threadworks green to go with the branches.
Oh gosh, that's beautiful green.
And then there's a sticker, a Stellar Jay sticker. Although, our Stellar Jays, I don't think have that
big crest. Yeah, I don't think I usually see them with big crests, but maybe Jessie would know. I mean,
And I think our
I
stellar
feel like
jade also doesn't have as much gray.
I feel like they
I don't know. I have to look when we have one that comes around.
I think they're
And there's
kind of like any, they're like black bears can be brown. Like I think there's just variety. This is what I picture. Well, no, I think they do have that big crest because this is what I picture when I think of a stellar.
Oh, yeah, they probably do. I just don't look at them then.
Yeah, they do. It probably just,
other parts of the country have beautiful red cardinals. They've got all these beautiful birds. This is about the only bird we have that has any color on it. Is these blue jays.
We have goldfinches and we have
I don't ever see a goldfinch around here.
Well, maybe you
might have them by you. And I do have colorful hummingbirds, but they're so little you can hardly see the color. But
well, cities have a little less than, like if you went out, you wouldn't have more of the city bird.
We get a lot of sparrows, and we've got little brown wrens, and we've got little I don't think we get very many starlings. Anyway, this is the postcard that came with it.
Oh, fun.
And the photographer's name is Chris Gilbert. So he wrote a whole thing about jays. So anyway, that was what
project to do.
Huh?
That's a cool project for her to do. I love that.
It is. And they're, I love her quirky stuff.
Yeah.
Me and quirky. So that is my haul. So I ended up with more haul than I thought I did, but some of it I bought.
Yeah. But some of it you bought when it came in the mail. Well, I just have a couple things of haul, and they're from you. So you had a haul Christmas. I did. I dream of doing all 12 of these. We've talked about it on this before.
Is the squirrel part of that?
So yeah, there's like a strawberry season 1 in June, and I forget all the different months. So this is
she showed an autumn squirrel one. It was gorgeous today on her Flosstube.
And every single square I think is beautiful like this. This is a time for all seasons, and they're doing a new one for this year, and I can't remember the theme of it. So it's cottage garden samplings, and they're gorgeous.
Are they supposed to be stitched together on one piece?
I don't think I would stitch it on one piece because it's big. It's like,
they were just a series that they did, but it wasn't meant to be a big.
I mean, if you did it on 40 count, it's still 5 by 6.5. So that's still a pretty big piece. Like I can't.
It's just a series that they did, not necessarily
it's
together
just a series. Yeah, I don't know that. Well, it would be a really pretty quilt if you stitched them all together or something, like a fabric in between. That would be beautiful, wouldn't it? Yeah. And it has, and so you gave me the.
I went and kitted it up for her. Did I get you the fabric for it too? Yeah.
And the fabric.
She had told me a while ago, she said, I think I just could see myself stitching this someday.
I love that turkey. I just think it's so pretty. And we raise turkeys every now and then. And I told Jessie the next time we do any fowl, we have to have a defeatherer. There's like a machine, a tool you can get that you scald the bird. Sorry if this is too graphic for you, but you butcher it, you scald it, and then you put it in this machine and it takes the feathers off. I'm not doing this again unless we have that, especially if we do chickens ever again. Processing a turkey is like, okay, it's the butchering I don't like on the turkey part. But anyways, we occasionally have raised tom turkeys, and none of them look exactly like this or anything, but there are such beautiful varieties of tom turkeys, especially some of the heirlooms. And I would love to raise another one or two of those. Yeah. So that was from you. And this one as well. Another bird. Surprise, surprise. Lindy Stitches. I forget the rest. I have wanted to stitch this for a couple years since I first saw it. Probably since early when I first found her. We were together. I forget the rest. It just makes me think of my husband. We walked through some hard times the last couple of years, and I kind of wish I could forget the rest now and then. And she's
together. That's the most important thing. You didn't walk it alone. Huh?
I don't know what this is. A little star. I don't know. Like a chick.
A little penguin.
Penguin. I don't know. It's in there too. The design for that, I'm sure, is in there. The pattern.
She gives you a little freebie pattern. Like that turtle that's Rosie stitched.
Dee's new hat. Yeah, it's like the little turtle that we showed at the beginning. It's the same. I had placed an order of something else for hers, and she sent me a little turtle one, and so this is her current little tiny mini, and this is Dee, and she's ready to visit her local needle workshop in her snazzy new hat. Anyways, I didn't even see that before. So the pattern with the owls, and then also That's a beautiful fabric.
That was the called for fabric too, I believe.
Yeah, that's going to be perfect. It's Picture This Plus 32 count tarnish Belfast,
Which I can't believe I found.
how beautiful that is.
Where did I order that from?
I don't even think I looked that closely the day of Christmas at this till just now. I don't know if it says where you got it. It looks.
I wonder if 123 Stitch had it. They might have had it. You know,
look like they're
Picture
typical.
This Plus fabric has been
Hard to.
really a pain for a lot of people this last year. So I bought her 2 sets of those colored threads because the caramel corn color that's in one of those, it's in the birds, it's a lot in there. It wasn't one you would want to substitute a DMC for. You can't find it anywhere. Nobody that I called had it. My needlework store said she hasn't had it forever. Is it a Gentle Arts?
It's a Gentle Art, yeah.
Yeah, she said Gentle Arts is one of the hardest companies for her to order threads from. It's like the guy owns it, but he has to put his stamp of approval on every single dye lot, and it takes him a while to get back to it. And they're way behind on shipping colors, and then they close down for 3 weeks at Christmas. And so her ordering from them is like a pain in the butt for her because she has to keep an Excel spreadsheet of what she's ordered when, what's come, what she needs to reorder, because they don't just keep her order. It's like really weird.
Yeah.
But Acorns and Threads, when I called them, the lady was so nice, and she gave me those 2 colors as a workable substitute that they've been finding for that color. So that's why I bought. I'm
betting I will, just looking at the picture, I'm betting I'll use these or darker, like kind of orangey browns.
And I wasn't sure what I was getting when I ordered them.
They're beautiful. I mean, and so this is Sandcastle and Fool's Gold. They're both beautiful colors, but I'm thinking that the color match would probably best be the brown or the orange.
Right.
But I'll have to look more closely at the pattern.
Right.
So those are both on my plans to stitch this.
Yeah. All ready to go.
So I also, like I said, I'm doing Bringo as well. So here's my board. I just think it's so pretty with the little washi tape. That's my favorite thing to do now. And I put on there to start the owl and that turkey this month. So I'm excited. Everything else was a whip, except I am going to also start. I needed to do a magazine start, and I've wanted to stitch this for a while. This is just a working copy out of Christmas Ornaments 2018. And I just love this. It's by Carolyn Selden, Christmas Helpers. Looks real easy.
Always been one on my
list. A piece of like oatmeal Aida that I'm just going to stitch it really small on and just finish it on a little piece of sticky board. And I actually love the wire with the stars. I might try to replicate something like that. And even find a little button, a couple little buttons. I don't know why I love it so much. Partly because this is how our tree looks if we put a star on top. So it really bothered Rosie this year that our tree didn't have a star on it. She talked about it all the time. But if you put a star on, we got our tree, remember, from the mountains. It would just like, so we didn't keep the star on.
But you know what?
Like, Mommy, there's no star on the tree. And I'm like, sorry. We need to get a lighter weight star. We have a really heavy one from Hobby Lobby.
Ours is heavy too.
And we just need something smaller. Even tree lot trees, it's too heavy for. We haven't really been able to put it on the last couple of years. So I think I need to. Maybe I should stick
that pattern that you showed. I remember seeing that pattern in that magazine when I bought it that year, and it's always been one that I've wanted to stitch too. It was just, I don't know.
I'm just gonna probably either look and see what fancy flosses I have, but I'll probably just kind of mainly do DMCs, especially for the tree. The only ones I would maybe do is like if I have, I don't know if I have any of the light color left from the sheep one. What's the cow one?
Oh,
Milk and Cream Co. If I have any more of that left, that would be cute for the sheep.
Yeah.
And then I'm
could do onyx for that.
Yeah, onyx for this, or even just a gray, or I'm not even that invested in it being fancy flosses. I just think the pattern itself is really cute, even if the colors were all simple. So anyways, that's the only other start I'm going to do this. So that'll just depend on when it gets cold. I did not. So I planned out my Beringo, and that's all I've planned. I do think I'll do kind of a modified whip go. but I haven't had any time. I know you're so far ahead of me. We did Christmas, then we did Mom's birthday, which wasn't a ton of planning, but it did take a little extra time. And we had a special video of messages from some of our loved ones. And if you're watching and you sent one in, thank you.
Thank you so much. I did message people that did send a message and told them all that they made me cry.
So that took a little bit of extra time. And then we also did a New Year's Eve party at our house. So I'm a little partied out. Now I'm ready to buckle down. And
what's your bringo for today that she called yesterday?
Gathering Eggs. It's my favorite whip. Okay. I don't know if it really is my favorite whip. I have several that I like a lot.
I know.
I
picked from my favorite whip. I just picked the one that I showed today, the calendar, because I think that'll be a favorite for a while.
Your new whip, the monthly one?
The new one.
You're doing this?
Yeah, the new one. So I worked on it last night to get it started. It's just on my own time, and then I'm working on it today. So I bought the planner that Carolyn Zook talks about all the time, and I really do like it.
Yeah. I should have shown my Katie Daisy. I don't remember where I said it. I think
I need to look to see if, oh no, okay. Anyway, so I'm using up the very front cover inside for some of my plans. So before I show it, Sunshine Stitchers, I believe, I started talking with Candy from the 614 Stitcher about doing a designer of the month focus challenge. It's very loose. Work on what you've got when you want. I mean, it's not like it's anything. And I started looking at it thinking, oh, that might be kind of fun. So I actually took a planning sheet off of WhipGo and taped that in on the back of underneath my WhipGo. And the prompt, if you're interested, I just went to Garan Stitchery chat group, or just Garan Stitchery, because there's somewhere on there's a listing of these.
Yeah.
So January's focus is Pretty Lady. So I'm going to be working on my Sunflower Fairy this month. February was Hands-On Designs, and I don't think I have anything by them. March is Rosewood Manor. So I'm either going to start Things of Autumn, or I'm going to start the Chrysanthemum one I think that one just calls for DMC, so it'll be more affordable. April is either Ink Circles or Long Dog, and so I'm pulling out my hoity-toity. May is Blackbird Designs, and I at first thought I didn't have anything, and then I thought, oh, that Snow Garden that I started last year would be one. And then Sarah reminded me that I've got that big one by them, the Loose Feathers, which is the 3 bird panels.
Yeah, I was like, Mom, that one with all the birds, and there's like 3.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Because June is Plum Street Samplers. I'm sure I'll find something that I've got going. July is Erica Michaels. I don't have anything. August is Bent Creek. I might have a really old whip by them. I don't want to start anything new if I can help it. September is Glendon Place. I don't have anything by them. October is Cricket Collection, and I am working on those Cricket Collection seasonal pillows. And so winter's making an appearance. I'm starting that one over. I didn't like my fabric last year. Yeah. November is Twin Peak Primitives. I have nothing that I know of. And December is Teresa Kogut, which I have nothing of.
Yeah.
And then after all my whining and spitting and sputtering about not doing WhipGo last year, I'm doing WhipGo again.
Yeah. Go for it.
There's my WhipGo board.
I think I'll do it too, but I think I'm going to really modify it down, not even 4 hours. I'm going to make it hardly a challenge.
I'm doing 4 hours because they're ones that I really want to make progress on.
I know.
And I only have a few. I put on there Ring Around the Rose Tree by Nora Corbett that I started last year.
Yeah.
Hawk Run Hollow Christmas is on there like 3 times because I really want to work on those hawk runs, and I don't pull them out unless there's a goal associated with them for some reason.
Yeah.
Hoity Toity is on there several times. Gathering Eggs is on there several times. Sunflower Fairy's on there. Hawk Run A Year is on there. And my Christmas fairy that I started last on my birthday, the cute little Christmas fairy. And that is all. So they're all making at least 2, if not 3 appearances during the year. And of course, what she called for this month is going to be both my hawk runs. So I should make some good dent in them.
That's good.
Yeah.
And maybe Well, I almost wonder, I think sometimes my life is so busy, like my general life, not my stitching life, but like I'm sometimes feeling a little overwhelmed at the thought of like another thing. I don't know if that makes sense. And it probably doesn't make sense to a lot of people, but I almost wonder if I just picked in January, this is going to be my focus piece. In February, this, and pick it ahead.
Yeah.
And not do Whip Go, but just that's the month. That way I love doing the magazine monthly challenge. That's a good fit for me. I've just enjoyed doing that this last month. Then I do kind of have that experience of like touching a lot of things. But I almost, I think that like, I almost just want to just pick for myself, like in January, this is my focus. In February, this is my focus. And that way I also can stitch on some of those bigger pieces seasonally. Like I have a Halloween piece and I would just put that in September so that I'm enjoying like really working on that rather than having it drawn and then feeling kind of like, I should work on this, but I don't really want to. And I don't know.
Right.
I think I might just do that rather than do the Whip Go, even though I kind of feel like, oh, but I'm kind of having some FOMO about Whip Go, but I think I just should just.
I'm not doing it. I mean, now that I'm alone again, I mean, because I have no company, nobody living on my property.
Yeah.
I anticipate there being some very quiet weekends at my house now.
Yeah.
And my husband still works Saturdays because, mail has to
I don't know
go.
what that is like right now to have a quiet.
I know. I'm in a totally different life stage than you.
Yeah.
And so I thought,
I
might be able to do the 24 hours of cross stitch weekends this year. I just didn't last year.
Yeah. Well, and I think what I kind of will miss is like, I enjoyed you and I like, ooh, what'd she call? Oh, what's yours? Like, if I don't do it, then I won't have that. But I don't know. That's probably not enough reason to do it. We have enough other things that we talk about. I just thought that'd be kind of a highlight last year. Like, oh, on the 28th, what did you do? But
I know it was kind of fun. I think you should do it. I think you should just.
You think I should do it? Okay, do it. I'll just cave to the peer pressure.
But I think
I might choose an hour a month.
You could, and then that means and then you could do more on it if you wanted to. If it's a piece that you really wanted to work on that month, then make that your focal point. But you also get to cross it off your Whip Go thing.
I know.
And it's not like
then I just fail, and then I have another thing I'm failing at in life.
No, what I think you should do is do.
That's how I felt about it last year. I just felt like it was another thing I was failing at.
Maybe you didn't have very good goals.
I know. I probably didn't.
Well, I mean, you had that knitting one that was frustrating to you.
Yeah, that one.
There was.
I still really want to do that pattern, but I maybe just need a different yarn. I did like that yarn, but.
And you were going to design a pattern, which didn't happen yet.
Didn't happen.
And what else?
And I gave up that. I don't really care anymore right now about that. Those were kind of the main ones.
Plug in those pieces that you would do monthly that you have and just plug them in there.
Yeah, and just maybe pick like 4 and just do those over and over.
And they're going to get called a lot. They might get called.
Which might be just what I need.
You know what? They might call like Hawk Run Shores.
Okay.
If you have enough patterns on your board, it might get called twice and you'd be able to do your whole month on that.
Okay, Mom, I'll do it.
Okay. Then I taped in my
Whip Go board.
There's my Bringo board.
Oh, cute.
There's a lot of repeats on here too. I didn't do a lot of, and then here's my magazine monthly page, which is basically my Bringo board.
Yeah, I didn't do the magazine monthly because I'm doing Bringo, and I just
moved Bringo pieces over to here that I really
might
wanted to
do that later today.
But I didn't show the start that I'm going to do for that because there is a magazine start.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
I talked about this. I think, okay, this is really pathetic, but our printer wasn't working and I was really irritated that I couldn't make copies. So I ripped this out of the magazine.
Mom,
I'll tape it back in when I give it to you. It's Miss Millie Snow.
Isn't she? That one is so cute.
Can you see it?
Plum Street, tip it down a little. There you go. Well, there you go. It's a little snow lady, right? With a sheep.
Yeah, it's actually by Teresa's Primitive Treasures.
Oh, cute.
And it's only got what does it got? 4 colors?
Oh my goodness.
For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colors and a DMC.
1 second, I dropped something.
Okay.
It only has, oh, well, that's easy.
It calls for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, 1 Gentle Arts and 1 DMC, but I couldn't find, again, Gentle Arts.
Yeah. Just having a hard
They
time.
didn't, she hasn't had the Forest Glade in, so I'm just using a DMC substitution. But anyway,
That's okay.
she is cute, and I fell in love with her when I got this magazine.
So that's going to be your magazine start for Bringo.
Yeah.
And
This
your
was in the
magazine.
latest edition of primitive needle and primitive stitching. It was in the December issue of that.
It had to be a
So
different
that's going to get started.
magazine.
Huh?
Yeah, it had to be a different one than your January theme.
Yeah, I think my Bringo one is going to be, another one by that magazine. It was the Janine Douglas,
Oh.
Gowan, yeah, from Blue Acorn. She did the Seasons of the Heart.
Blue Flower, no?
Blue Flower. I always call
She
it Blue
did
Acorn.
Flower? Yeah.
Blue Flower, because I've got acorn pieces by her, so I always think of it as Blue Acorn. Blue Flower, Janine,
Okay.
something. Yeah. Every month this last year, when that Punch Needle magazine came out, she was featured. She did a series, and it's a intertwining heart
Mhm.
with vines, and it's seasonal. So there's I'm starting with the winter one that just came out in December. Then I'll do the spring one and the summer one and the fall one. I have them all. So that's my other magazine start that'll happen this year when it's called on my Bringo board. So that's it. You want to know what my most dreaded whip was?
What? Let me think. I don't know what it is. What is it?
Flea market sal, because of that black fabric.
Black fabric. Mine was Snow Queen because of the blue fabric. Funny.
We're so predictable.
I pulled up this because one of my other goals this year, this is just kind of broad, not even for January, is this. I really want to do a little jelly roll quilt. I really want to do it because I
gave you
I
one.
know. So I got this really cheap one from Walmart that's all fall fabrics because I wanted to do it as a practice run before I use that gorgeous Anna Green Gables set. These are like long strips, which I guess is how jelly roll strips.
I want to do one of these too, and I probably could do this because it's just strip sewing.
Yeah, I know. And I just need to do like a YouTube tutorial. I think I even have some bookmarked, and I'm pretty sure I could just plug it out in a couple days if I really tried. But anyways, I thought these were so cute. In the fall, I got these cute.
They're
so
cute.
I kind of really want to do a couple jelly roll quilts this year.
Hmm.
Even if all I did was get the top done, I'd still feel like I was making progress.
And I realized about myself that if I ever do a quilt like that or any other kind, I'm just going to pay somebody to quilt it for me.
Yeah.
I don't have
I
the right
love
kind
that
of
Aunt Nancy just ties it. Like,
and you could just tie them. Yeah, you could.
I might need to, with these like jelly roll quilts, that might be what I just do because it's not, especially this one, like this,
She tied.
This set of fabric was so inexpensive. It was just like cheap.
She tied hers with floss.
I know. Mine is like
not
that.
even yarn, because I like the floss. It doesn't stand out as much, but it's just there.
I like that too.
Yeah.
So I might do that in some oranges or something if I do this. Some just little orange floss.
Yeah.
And practice tying it.
There are so
I don't
many
know how you tie. I'm not sure how you tie a strip quilt. I'd have to again do some research. It might not.
If you want to. You just need to tie it it's so far apart so that you don't have it doesn't loose.
Right.
Doesn't lose. What kind of grammar is that? So it anchors your
the whole thing together.
So it doesn't lose.
Millie has her special blankie and it's coming all apart. And I've thought about trying to kind of take it apart and put another batting in the middle and then stitching it up, but it always is loose. It was never attached but I almost wonder about doing something like that on that little gray blankie with some
I wouldn't even take it apart. I would just put another backing on it and then tie it real good or whatever.
You would just put a different backing fabric?
Put another layer of batting.
Oh, inside and then just tie it. Oh yeah.
And then you'd have a backing fabric.
That's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, so your batting doesn't show. Just get warm and natural.
That's perfect. And then I don't have to take it apart and stitch it into the blanket because it will be tied in. That makes me feel so good because I've been telling her I want to fix that blanket for her. It's her special blankie, but I haven't known what to do short of taking the whole thing apart and sewing in another layer of batting. but just making it into like a little tied quilt. It's like a fleece blankie, so it's kind of not like a regular quilt.
I would just do another layer, basically, just make it a little thicker.
And then close up where the hole is on the side, because it's also got a hole.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll keep you posted. I might actually, that might be a major priority one. Well, okay. So we've done.
So your future plans are magazine monthly this year.
Bringo. And now Whipco. to be continued.
Okay, everybody, you need to weigh in. Sarah should do Whipco, yes.
Okay.
I'm just saying
Whipco in a way that feels happy.
Well, I'm just saying
failure.
You've got 5 pieces that you were going to put on your monthly rotation.
I probably just would have to pare it way down.
You've got 25 spots to fit 5 projects on. It's probably going to get hit. And you don't have to work on them that month either. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you just have to get them done.
Okay. I just don't want to feel like a failure anymore.
Not gonna feel like, how are you a failure?
I never get to check off those boxes.
And only make it.
It's like if you make a to-do list and you go to bed and you haven't checked a single thing off that to-do list, don't you feel kind of like, what I do?
Well, your problem with that is you don't add things to it as you do them and then cross them off like I do.
Not on Rick though. You can't do that on.
Do 2 hours and then you'll probably do more than that. But if you only do 2, you could do 2.
Okay, somebody else is probably feeling like this about Whipco too, right? Is there anybody else feeling like this about Whipco, that they just felt like
I felt that way last year? I felt that way last year. I had projects on there that I didn't want.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. I haven't even had time to like actually think about it. Honestly, like the most I usually think about it is when we're recording. And then I like leave and I'm like doing Christmas presents and stuff. So this week we're not doing school. I'm doing some organization. I probably need to paint the girls' bedroom or something. But I'll be able to think about it.
Already painted.
I painted their closet, but now I need to pull the beds out and paint the walls.
Just take 5 minutes, pull out the 5 big badass projects that you've got.
I didn't know I had badass projects.
BAPs. Well, isn't
big ass. I have some
big ass. Sorry. I got the wrong one. Well, Snow Queen is one of them. Your Tunnel of Trees is one of them. What else? Your Hawk Run.
My Hawk Run.
And you want to start.
I really want to start Spring of Hawk Run, but I will need to wait probably till I can buy the fabric next month, maybe, if I can put it in our
build that in there. There you go. See, I just fixed it for you. There. Okay. Put those on there 25 times.
Okay. Are you tired of hearing about my problems now? Okay, everyone.
Oh,
we have a giveaway. We have a giveaway, and then we have some pass and stash that I've just had sitting. Let's do my pass and stash first because it's less.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it's really exciting. So I don't have a reason to stitch this. Also, I'm not sure about this thing. I think it's a unicorn, but it might be an alligator with a horn or a dragon. Sorry.
It's like a poodle with a horn. It's got a poodle head.
It's a poodle with a horn. I think actually this birth announcement is really cute, except for that thing.
Just block that out.
Every time I look at it, I'm like, what is that? What is that thing?
With all the cute things you could have put on that pattern, I'm not sure. It doesn't really go. It doesn't really. The little fairy princess girl, she's cute.
Also, why is it so small?
It's a dwarf unicorn.
It's a pony. It's a ponycorn. Anyway.
Maybe it's got a hat on. Maybe it's really a dog with a unicorn hat on.
Is it wearing a wig?
People do weird things with their dogs.
Is it like the dog Max in the Grange? She's a dog, but she wants it to be a unicorn. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm making fun of something you love, but anyway, I'm just gonna pass this on. I don't really have a reason to stitch a birth announcement at this moment anyways, but actually you could totally substitute or just modify this if you didn't like this. And it would be a really cute.
I would just move the butterfly down a little bit and just have nothing there.
Oh yeah.
I wonder if her magical wand is turning something into a unicorn.
Why?
I don't know. But that's what it looks like. She's waving a little wand around.
My magic wand is going to turn this dog into a horse with a horn. I don't know. But it comes, I mean, the colors are really cute. The fabric is nice. It just looks like Ada. I'm sure it comes probably with, yeah, there's a needle. I mean, it comes with everything you need to stitch it. Little birth announcement, birth record, birth sampler. I mean, otherwise, I think it is really cute. The little dress on the girl, that'd be cute just to stitch her. You just do the name, like cut this in half almost and just do that much.
Yeah, it's a cute little border.
Would be a cute little
cover
like,
up that. So the first person who says they want to stitch the
birth sampler, just in the comments if you want this, just say that you want a birth sampler and I'll send it to you. You can, and I'll say you got it, send me your address.
First comment.
First comment for that one. The other one that I just don't really have a reason to stitch is this, because I live on the other side of the country and I think this is adorable too. I just don't have a reason to stitch it. So thank you. These were both sent by somebody who was also kind of passing the stash and thought I would just give it away. I actually have 2 of these. So if 2 people say they want the big apple, look, it comes with this cute fabric that says New. I think it's upside down. New, is that right? New York, New York, New York.
Yeah.
It's adorable. If I lived close to New York, this would be a cute one. It's a lot of red, but it comes with all New York. Fabric. It's a printed fabric, but it's a counted cross stitch. So it's just printed with the design for the back, I guess. And then you stitch. Well, I haven't opened it. I don't know if there's a space. Oh, actually, yeah, this must be where the apple goes. So it still continues the pattern, but it's light colored so that you don't.
Oh, sure. So you're covering up. Yeah.
Anyways, so if you want the big apple piece, just leave big apple in your, I want the big apple piece. If 2 people want it, I'll send it to both people because I ended up with 2 of those. So those are kind of bonus giveaways. We haven't had a giveaway for a couple weeks. Those are like past the stash.
Yeah. And I'm really sorry if you won one before Christmas, they're still sitting here, but you know, Christmas, life, snow.
We're going to get on top of things here.
I haven't driven my car in over a week or a week. Okay. So the giveaway we have today is actually a Bent Creek snapper. And oh my gosh, I just realized it's part of a 5-part series.
Like my snapper.
Huh?
Like my little snappers?
It's called, yeah, I think it is. It's called.
Does it actually have a snap? Oh, the little buttons are snaps.
They're snaps, and it comes with this beautiful, it's actually a beautiful little charm.
It's taped on the inside.
It calls for weeks. No, it's in a specialty little, calls for weeks, but it has DMC substitutes. And I know we've done a lot of snow and snowman, but given the fact that we're all, not all of us, but a lot of us are deep in the throes of winter, what should we say for the giveaway, for the word?
Are you getting snow? Use the word snow in your comment. Are you getting snow where you are? Or do you, I mean, a lot of people might not ever get snow where they are. If they're watching.
But the other ones, I'm sure I cannot make them show up for you.
No, that's not too bad. Oh, there's some words on one, a little house. Yeah, it's blurry, but everybody here thinks that it's ridiculous that my little snapper land has snaps on it. They're like, why? What are those snaps for? Because some of them are just placed in the sky, which is a little strange. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be like stars.
Just their thing. So there's the one piece is a chicken, looks like a chicken with flowers, and there's the snowman. The one with words says, write it on your heart that every day is the best day of the year. Then there's kind of a church, or no, a house. And then there's a fall. I think the chicken is spring. And then the winter snowman, and then just best day. And then there's a owl with swirling leaves, and he's adorable. Oh, I might have to order this series. These are really cute. So say snow, whether you're getting it, whether you love it, whether you hate it, whether you want some. I'll try to send you some. I love snow, but
you've had a lot.
We have no snow removal in this state, so it just sits here.
Well, on the side of the mountains, we have it here pretty decent because we usually get some snow.
And our temperatures usually, you know, we get a cold snap for a couple of days and then it warms up and rains. We have been below freezing for almost a week. It's finally above freezing and it is melting today, but the night, New Year's Eve, when my front door was being opened and closed every 5 minutes because the kids were loading up their truck to go to Duluth, it was 16 degrees outside. It was very, very bitter here. Yeah. Cold and clear. So anyway, that's our giveaways and our past the stashes.
Yep.
And I know Sarah just sent me an address from somebody for snowball days.
Yes. I don't really have too much else to share. I was going to say, what was I going to say? Oh, do you have any general goals, non-stitching related for the year? Since this isn't long enough. Read more. How are you going to do that? What's your plan?
I don't know. My plan.
Oh, we didn't talk about book.
Well,
yeah, I have book stuff.
I think Dad's going to get my groceries. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do about it.
Did you see what I posted on Instagram the other day?
About reading? Yeah. I didn't read the whole thing though.
Oh, well, I forget.
Figured.
If the average book is 240 pages, ooh, I think there might be a little snow coming. No, wait, maybe that was just a piece of feather. If the average book, no, it's snowing. If the average book is about 240 pages, if you read like 15 pages a day or something, I can't remember if that's right, but you'd read 22 books in a year, which is, I think, pretty good. It's more than the average American adult, for sure.
Well, I did start a book on a whim. I bought it. It was cheap. It was on sale. Are you going to get my groceries, honey?
Yeah.
Thank you. There were substitutions and I did accept them. And also, okay, never mind. Bye.
Okay, bye.
It's by a local author to me. She lives in Seattle. She's very rich. Her Instagram makes me like crazy.
Oh, you've told me about
jealous.
Her name?
Sarah. Her name is Sarah with an H-G-O. I don't know if she pronounced it Gio or Geo. It's J-I-O. I read her first book. Something must be wrong with my power cord because now it's saying my computer's running low and I've got it on my laptop, so I'm gonna have to.
Well, we'll hurry.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not charging. Anyway, so I read her one years ago that took place on Bainbridge Island and had violets in the title. Anyway, this one's called, I think, All the Flowers in Paris. And her stories usually have two timelines going. There's a current day storyline and an ancient one, oftentimes World War II era, or Depression era, and the two storylines merge, which I like that style. I mean, It's not like some literary genius or anything, but she has a very pleasant writing style. So I started that the other night, but I watched the Harry Potter reunion show last night. And I don't know if you probably didn't watch it, but it's very well done. I thought it was very sweet and very magical. And it really made me want to read those books again. I've only read them one time. I read them in a hurry to get caught up to my family for the last movie.
You should reread them now.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to try to just get this on my Kindle and read those.
You might have to read more than 15 pages a day to get through those in a year.
Probably. Yeah. But that's my goal, is to start those again, because I do really like that. I don't know. They talk a lot about on that special about how these books were just kind of, they meant a lot to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And for a lot of reasons, people that didn't belong, people that felt bullied, people that were lonely. And I just thought, you're right. I just think a lot of people resonated with that.
Mm-hmm.
Just the general storyline, and it was, there hasn't been anything like it since then. They haven't really, and I know people had issues with the movies, but I think they did a great job with them. They really had a lot of material they had to cut out because there was just too long. But that's my goal.
Yeah,
I've kind of thought about reading that. There's a couple other ones I want to reread.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I'll get to those yet.
Yeah, Harry Potter is a good place to start.
Yeah.
I'm reading. I didn't actually set any specific reading goals. I have before sometimes where I'll make a list of the books I want to read, but I didn't do that this year. I've kind of just taken life as it comes when it comes to pleasure things like reading. But look what I'm on. I'm on number 3. Are you finding the charger for that?
I'm just looking to see where all this is plugged in. You guys, I'm sorry. This is such a mess. My computer. I think it's all down here. I have the most recent one of those to read too.
Yeah, so I borrowed this from you and I'm reading it. I'm maybe a quarter of the way through. So I'm trying to read 8 pages a day. This is how I work out how to read through books. I wanted to finish this by the 31st of January, so I'm reading 8 pages a day. Then if I get behind, I just kind of quickly recalculate. Okay, there's 20 days left in January and I have this many pages left. How many do I need to read now? So then that's what I've been doing for a couple years. And then I'm about to pick up Dune, because I have read this before in the past, so it's a reread for me. And then I really did love the movie, and I thought, but I had never read any of the other books in the series. So I thought I did enjoy it the first time I read it, and the movie was really good. So I thought I'd reread that. I almost reread it before the movie, but I didn't want to like have it so close to the movie that I was like, oh, but they left out this. I just wanted to enjoy the movie. And then the last thing I was just going to show is that Jesse bought me, I've talked about Elizabeth Goudge before as one of my favorite authors. I don't know why that one's wrapped in plastic, but this is a trilogy, and he got me all 3 of the trilogy. I haven't read any of them. It's The Bird in the Tree is book 1. Book 2 is Pilgrim's Inn. Actually, have I read that one? No, I haven't read that one. And book 4 is The Heart of the Family. So the covers are kind of schmaltzy. I don't know. They're like a little schmaltzy, but the books themselves are never schmaltzy. They're
she's not a schmaltzy writer.
I know. I don't know why they pick these. I think they sell better maybe, but
they have that Jeanette Oak look to them.
Yeah, they kind of have that like Christian fiction-y
When calls the heart.
But that's not how they end up reading whenever I read any of her books. They're very
No, she's a classical. I mean, her books are like,
I would call them more like lit, like literary fiction, more than like a Christian fiction kind of thing, even though she was a Christian. But her books don't read like that. So that's kind of fun. That's my reading life.
Okay, got some goals. I mean, other books are going to come up for me, but
yeah, I know. I have other things on the shelf that I'll pull out as we finish these, and I have a few. I'm reading another one. Oh, I was going to say though too, I remember I was reading Glass Hotel, and it was by Emily St. John. Does that sound right? Emily St. John?
Possibly.
Why am I blanking now? Anyways, her previous book that I loved and read was Station 11, and there's a show they're making of it, and it's a post-apocalyptic, post-pandemic kind of show, because it's based on the book that was written before COVID.
I think it's on HBO.
It might be on HBO. I think we do have HBO, so that might be what it's on. It's kind of intense, as you would expect from a post-apocalyptic show, but really interesting to watch it in light of having just kind of gone through our own pandemic.
What's it called?
It's called Station 11.
I think I saw
the book
it.
is great, and the show we've been enjoying. So anyway, well, I'm losing my light, so, and your computer might be
I got to figure this computer out because I got to use it tomorrow, so I got to get it charging.
Well, thank you for watching. Sorry we went so long today, but we get a double episode today.
Yeah.
We're happy that we're in 2022 with you, and we hope that it brings some good things. We expect some hard things too, I guess, but we hope it's full of good things too for you and for us.
Yeah. Let's just hope for some gentle things.
Yeah. Leave a comment if you're interested in any of those giveaways, or the giveaway or the
Pass the stash
things, and
like us.
You tell us how your New Year's Eve was, how you're doing. We love reading comments, and I try to respond, but December was a wash for me. January should feel a little better here. So
yeah, it's time to burrow. We're burrowing in for the winter now.
Hopefully we're snowed in for a week, and I can just do all kinds of things. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you hopefully next week.
Have a great week.
Happy stitching.
Bye.
Bye.